Good afternoon, everyone. In today's session, we are going to talk about how different Ayurvedic herbs can help with piles or hemorrhoids. Presenting this session, we have Dr. Pooja Kiran, an Ayurveda doctor who's joining us live from Boston. Welcome, Dr. Pooja.
Thank you, Amita, and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session on the discussion of Ayurvedic herbs for piles or hemorrhoids. So let me just give you a quick overview of what piles is before going on to the herbs. Piles in Ayurveda are called arshas. It is defined as a disease that tortures the prana or the vital force of the inflicted person. And Ayurveda says that when a person neglects proper diet and indulges in improper lifestyle, like lifestyle habits, continuously over a period of long time, it leads to derangement of the proper functioning of the digestive fire, leading to an imbalanced Agni. And this causes improper digestion of food, leading to stagnation of that undigested food in the gut. This, in turn, affects the proper formation of stool in the colon, resulting in either constipation or diarrhea. All these factors cumulatively imbalance the doshas in the anorectal region, leading to the formation of piles or hemorrhoids. When a person develops piles, he notices a fleshy mass either inside the anus or protruding out of the anus, most often after defecation. It may or may not be associated with pain and bleeding. Ayurveda classifies piles into two types, dry piles and bleeding piles. Dry piles occur due to the dominance of vata and kapha dosha, and bleeding piles occur due to the dominance of pitta and rakta, that is blood. Generally, an Ayurvedic expert would determine which dosha is affected to determine the type of piles before advising appropriate herbs. Today, we will look into 5 Ayurvedic herbs that help in managing piles. Let's look at the first one. The first one is Chitraka. The botanical name is Plumbago zeylanica. English name is Ceylon leadworth, wild leadworth, and is also called Dr. Bush. It has a pungent taste with pungent after digestion taste. It's hot in potency, is light, rough, and penetrating in nature. So it balances vata and kapha dosha. This herb improves digestion, reduces pain, and has a scraping effect, which helps to treat piles in Ayurveda. The second herb is Bilva. The botanical name is Eagle marmelos. English name is stone apple or wood apple. Again, it has pungent, bitter, and astringent taste with a sweet aftertaste. It's hot in potency and is unctuous, penetrating, and absorbing in nature. It improves digestion. It has anti-inflammatory properties, is excellent in diarrhea and constipation as well. And it has been widely used in treating piles in Ayurveda. The third herb is Vidanga. The botanical name is Embellia ribes. The English name is false black pepper. It has astringent and pungent taste with pungent after digestion taste. It is again hot in potency. It is generally light, dry, and penetrating in nature and balances vata and kapha. It helps to improve digestion and metabolism. It has laxative property that helps to relieve constipation. It is an excellent blood cleanser. It improves energy levels, is a potent anti-inflammatory. It reduces flatulence and abdominal pain, and is very effective in worm infestation. So all these properties make it an excellent choice for managing piles and other anorectal problems. The fourth one is Snuhi. It's in the next slide, actually. Snuhi, the botanical name is Euphorbia nerifolia Linn, and the English name is Indian spurge tree or common milk hedge. It is pungent in taste, and after digestion taste is pungent. So it has pungent taste, and the after digestion taste is also pungent. Is hot in potency. It is unctuous, light, and penetrating in nature, and balances vata and kapha. It is again a good digestive and has laxative properties. It reduces pain and inflammation. It is extensively used in the treatment of piles in Ayurveda. And finally, Haritaki, which is the fifth herb. The botanical name is Terminalia chebula. English name is Chebulic myrobalan. It has all 5 tastes except salty taste, and is an astringent taste is predominant among all the 5 tastes that it possesses. It has sweet after digestion taste, is hot in potency, is light and dry in nature. Again, it balances all the 3 doshas, specifically vata and pitta. It improves digestion, reduces inflammation, is a natural detoxifier, promotes bowel movement, and has scraping quality, and is nourishing in nature. So this herb is also widely used in the treatment of piles in Ayurveda. So in all these 5 herbs that we just discussed, you can see that vata and kapha dosha are the predominant ones. Like vata and kapha dosha predominant piles are generally dry piles. There will be pain associated with it. There could be mild bleeding depending on if the person has a lot of constipation and has to, strain a lot during defecation. But generally, it would be dry. In bleeding piles, even with diarrhea, the pile mass will come out, and there will be definitely bleeding, and the blood actually drops. It's not just like the patient would, the person would notice it on the tissue, but the blood drops. So that kind of piles is bleeding piles, and is associated with burning sensation and pain as well. So in such conditions, we give herbs that are pitta reducing as well, like chandana, ushira, and all. So generally, what happens is the Ayurvedic expert has to determine what dosha is involved before prescribing the medications. So in this discussion, I have provided an educational information on some herbs used in the management of piles as per Ayurveda. There are many more herbs and formulations that are advised for the treatment of piles after individual assessment. And Ayurveda advocates herbal formulations as well as surgical procedures like Shara Sutra and cauterization techniques. In cases where the prolapse, like the pile mass has prolapsed, there are many degrees, like 1st degree piles, 2nd degree piles, 3rd degree piles. I'm not going into details, but for 3rd degree piles, where the pile mass has completely protruded out and it does not go back on its own, in such cases, surgical procedures like Shara Sutra and cauterization techniques need to be done. But in 1st degree and 2nd degree piles, herbs can actually help, and it can be managed very well along with diet and lifestyle changes also. So herbs are advised internally as well as even for external applications. So some Ayurvedic formulations for piles, these are traditional classical Ayurvedic formulations for piles include Abhayarishtam, Duralabhairishtam, Vidangarishtam, Sukumaragritam, Kumari Asavam, Snuhi Rasayanam, Manibhadra Gudam, etc. So there are lots of parameters on which the Ayurvedic expert actually decides what formulation is best for the patient. Piles should always be medically diagnosed. So I would not recommend self-medication if somebody has piles or they think they have piles. It's always best to have it medically diagnosed, and remedies should be implemented under the guidance of an Ayurvedic expert or a medical professional. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja, for being with us. To all the viewers, please let us know your feedback, and thank you for attending our session or watching our sessions. Please help us share these sessions to help others. Thank you so much. Signing off now. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.